All right, we're ready for our next lesson, and we're going to be moving on into understanding area. So you've learned that perimeter is the distance around a figure. It's measured in linear units, or just units that are used to measure the distance between 2 points, okay? So area is a little different. Area is the measure of the number of unit squares needed to cover a flat surface. And so if we look, and if you watched your vocabulary video, you learned about what a unit square is, okay? It looks like the square on a piece of graph paper, okay? So each part is 1 unit, okay? And so a unit square is a square with a side length of 1 unit, and it has an area of 1 square unit. So that's where our label comes in when we're talking about area, 1 square unit. So here's the difference between the perimeter and the area. The perimeter, we add each side up to figure out how much is around it. So the perimeter of this will be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, which would give us 4 units. But the area, we just count this square. So this square is 1 square unit. So we're going to work through this a little bit to hopefully help you understand this a little bit better. And so this is a geo board. And what we're going to do is we're going to form a figure made of 2 unit squares, okay? And we're going to show it on the dot paper. And so I'm just going to make 1 unit square, okay, with the 4 dots. And then I'm going to create the next unit square right next to it so that I have 1 and 2 unit squares. So the area of the figure is 2 square units, okay? For this here, they're asking us to form 3 square units or unit squares. So we'll draw 1, 2, and maybe I want to put 1 down here, 3. And I like to just write the numbers inside of the box. And so the area of that figure would be 3 square units. All right, we're going to move on to the next page. So here, what it wants us to do is it wants us to draw 3 different figures that are each made from 4 unit squares, okay? All of the area is going to be 4 square units, but we're going to make them differently. So this one, I'm just going to start and make it like just a big square, okay? Like that. So that's just like a big square. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 square units. This time, I'm going to go and actually go all the way down. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And separate each one of my squares so that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 4 square units. Okay? So you can draw it differently. We're going to do it differently this time. I'm going to make a plus sign actually. Okay? Actually, if I did the plus sign, I would have 5. So I'm going to mix it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a different one. Okay. And that's 4 square units as well. So the area of these 3 shapes is all the same, although they look different. Okay, so let's come down here to the next part of the page. And it says shade each unit square in the figure shown. Count the unit squares to find the area. What I like to do on shapes like this, I actually like to connect the dots so that I can see all of the squares. So instead of shading, I connect the dots and I write in the boxes the numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our area for this shape is 6 square units. Okay? Same thing for these. What we're going to do, and you can shade if you want, that is a different strategy. Whatever strategy works for you best. I like to see all of the squares that I'm working with, And then if I don't want to write the number, I can put a dot and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, so each one I'm just going to go by, fill it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this one is 9 square units. This one's kind of fun. So you just go around and you connect the dots. That's what's fun about area. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 square units there. Okay. So down here, it asks us some questions. It says, write area or perimeter for the situation. If we were buying a rug for the room, would we choose area or perimeter? So let's go back to the beginning of our lesson. If we were buying a rug for our room, we would probably want to do the area. We want to know how big the rug is so that it fits in our room. Okay. The second situation asks about putting a fence around a garden. If we want to put a fence around a garden, we would want to use the perimeter. Okay. Let's try a couple more of these so that you feel comfortable, and then we'll move on to our next lesson. Again, we're counting the area and breaking it up into squares and then counting the squares. So this is 4. This one's cool because it has a square on the side. So I like to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's going to be 7 square units. Notice the label says square units because we're talking about the squares. And I can put these together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another 7. These green ones are a bit bigger. So I'm really going to break these up by using my pen. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 square units. Okay, let's try to break this one up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Notice I didn't count these pieces. They're not a part of the green shape. So you're only counting the green pieces. Even though the shapes are very interesting and different, you still want to count just the green. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. I hope you understood a little bit more what area is and the difference between area and perimeter today. Again, perimeter is around a shape and area is the inside of it that is shaded. Okay, now you can move on to the last lesson for